When it comes to the beasts, Sigma definitely are doing their thing. I think that's how the young'uns are saying it these days. This 135mm f1.4 currently tested on my S5. I mean, look at that pretty texture. It's definitely a beast in many senses of the word. Hence why I'm inside my gym trying to film this instead of where I was doing it before, outdoors. The rain came, the light came, it all just started to fall apart. So I'm in here with this one main light source and the app to help me. So let's jump out the frame and see if we can test the focus breathing briefly. Should have squatted down really, but there we go. Any danger you'll get to the back wall? There we go. Back in, checking my framing on the app. Do a funny face and it'll find me. I don't know, don't ask. Anyway, this thing, definitely worth looking at. So let's look at it up close before we get on with the real meat of the video. This thing is driving me crazy. I love it. Let's get on with it. Oh, well, there she is, an absolute beast of a lens. I didn't get any retail packaging, but if you've watched any other Sigma video I've made, it's probably almost identical. So on the back here, we don't have full-on weather sealing, but it is dust and splash resistant. On the top end, let's take off this hood. This hood is actually really nice. We have this rather gigantic 105 mil filter thread, which is proving a bit of an issue for me, as I don't seem to be able to put my hand on mine at the moment. But anyway, we'll get to that. Right, that fits on nicely. Nice bit of rubber there. Switches feel decent. We've got a click, declick for, I believe, for the aperture there. Yeah, that is actually quite nice. 1.4 to 16 and then a bit more for the A mode. We've got a switch for the focus. We've got a few selectors there. I guess this is a lock for the A, if you don't want to accidentally go into that. And then we've got a nice Arca Swiss mount on the bottom there, which is easy to remove or adjust. Lovely, look at that, that's pretty cool. Let's get that back. Doesn't click as it does this 200, but it's very nice, feels decent. Closest focusing of 110 centimeters, magnification ratio 1 to 6.9, 13 diaphragm blades, 17 elements in 13 groups, which is why it's such a beast baby. It's pretty cool, isn't it? 18.2 degree angle of view, rather interesting. There's not a fat lot else to say other than the weight, which is a meaty 1,430 grams. Let's get my S5 and pop it on. That is a serious bit of kit. I mean, the lens hood is almost as big as the lens itself, but we will test with the lens hood on, because that's how it's designed. You can see a lot of pictures on the press websites where they don't include the lens hood and you think, oh, that's actually not as big as I thought. But then when you get the lens hood in place, which for a lot of shooters is very necessary, yeah, I like it. Let's see how it fares. It's going to be some random testing, but you know, let's see. Over 1200 shots later, how do I feel about the build and handling? Well, I've used this on an interview shoot for B-roll and stills, tested it in low light stills, and tested it out and about to put it through a variety of situations. Just test stuff, of course, but yeah, while this is a beast in the sense that it's not discreet and it is rather weighty, it's actually kind of pleasant to shoot with. The rings feel really good, the buttons work perfectly, and I love the tripod foot. Clearly the size of the lens is not for everybody, but if you can handle such a beast, then you shouldn't be disappointed when it comes to build and handling. And this is in no way an advertisement or promotion. Well, I will always prefer a lens to be a lot smaller, but surely that's not even possible with so much glass involved. The IBIS of my S5 works a treat with the lens, and it's pretty fast to focus, again, give or take the limits of my S5. There's noticeable focus breathing, and it is a shame you can't use a teleconverter, but overall, absolutely loving it, as you can probably tell. Anyway, let's calm down for a few seconds and then talk about the image quality. Getting into the image quality then, and I think this lens has the best IQ of all the lenses I've tested this year. Sharpness, wide open, is outstanding at the center and excellent at the edges. The best overall is around f2.8, where you struggle to find any flaws at all across the frame. Diffraction starts around f11 onwards. It's fine. Color rendering, excellent. Contrast, also excellent. Chromatic aberration, minor at f1.4 and gone by f2. There is pincushion distortion, noticeable wide open, but that corrects very easily, as does vignetting. That is very minimal, and again, gone in corrections. Ghosting is basically non-existent when pushed, and flare performance is excellent. Now for the big one, the beast of the IQ, bokeh. Look, somebody complained that I said the bokeh from the Sigma 200mm f2 isn't quite magical, even though I said I absolutely loved it. This one is magical, and I love it even more. There's levels to this thing, you know. Both are amazing, but this one just gives me that warm feeling that's hard to quantify, hence the word magical. In fairness, bokeh is often a very personal aspect to comment on, and you definitely get what you pay for when it comes to the bokeh from this lens. Yes, if you go hunting for it, the specular highlights do display some cat's eye shape, wide open, but honestly, it just performs so well, at least in my humble opinion and taste. What do you think? This then, a beast in many different ways, but does that include the price? Let's talk about that next. The very nearest equivalent is arguably the Zhongyi Mitakon 135 1.4 Speedmaster, which is manual focus, 3 kilos and about £100 more. It's massive. It's not available for L mount, so like for like, there's no alternative. The price then, it's a rather substantial £1,649, but if you love the focal length, need the light gathering capability, and don't mind that size and weight, this is a very, very worthwhile investment. This is a lens that actually matches the internet hype around it, and frankly, I don't want to send it back. I said it's a beast in many aspects of that most overused word, and that thought stands. It's big, it's heavy, it has massive potential image quality wise, and comes with a fat monster price tag to match. But if you can, get your hands on it, let us know what you think. I'm absolutely loving this lens, and Sigma don't know about it until this video goes out, because that's how it is on this channel. Right, see you in the comments, and see you in the next one.